My name is Richard Buchman. I'm a senior analyst developer at Dish Network. What we found over time is that the product is self-healing regarding when there are issues, connectivity issues between the scheduler and the machines that actually perform the work. That if there are issues, you don't have to worry about making sure everything resyncs up. The system is programmed and designed to catch up with itself, pick up latent data, and give you accurate results. Well, we've just recently upgraded to the 11.3.6 workload automation platform, and we're still implementing the pieces. But what we found is there's a lot more reporting with it. It's a lot more stable, and there are a lot more features available that we've yet to even take advantage of. What I like about the product is we've had issues at the infrastructure level regarding components that stopped seeing each other or they got out of sync regarding, say, the database communications. And once the system reestablishes itself, you don't have to worry about if something happens in your infrastructure regarding, oh my God, my jobs are going to get out of sync. The system does a really good job of piecing current status together and giving you accurate results, and that's a good stability piece. Our implementation is not that huge on it. It's a couple of small instances of workload automation that do a lot of work. But from a scalability perspective, I enjoy the fact that when we scale our networks, we have our servers that actually perform the work out in disparate parts of the company, we don't have to bring the whole infrastructure in. The application server layer of the product line really allows you to kind of centralize the control without having to have direct contact to every single component out there. It's a nice tiered approach. So I see that the scalability is in line with where I see our company going. You know, interestingly enough, technical support, it's a huge company. So even though you have a one-to-one relationship with maybe your professional services or your account manager, when you're when you call support, they don't really have that history. And I found that where a lot of companies you're concerned about, I have to start with a tier one person, I have to re-explain my problem. What I've experienced with CA over the last, say, 2 or 3 years that I've actually been working with them directly on their product is, they understand that. So I've actually gotten very good results because it's not just the technical part that they see. I think that CA and that technical support for this product understands the human condition that's involved, the concerns. So I don't have to worry that if I have an issue that I have to kind of justify my concerns about my support issue. They kind of understand it and they address it proactively, which gives me an overall good, for the most part, a good customer experience using their support. We just recently upgraded our workload automation. We went from 4.5.1 to 11.3.6. So I think we did about an 8-year jump in one fell swoop. So it was nice to be able to help work with their teams to architect this solution in our upgrade, where we actually brought in our business needs. And it wasn't just, hey, we're just going to replace it and move it forward. I mean, that's kind of like what we did because we wanted to keep the solution as transparent to the end users that use it. But we worked with the company and we came up with something that made sense for us. And when we first went to 11.3.6, they didn't have their agent monitoring platform produced. As of this date, we haven't even installed their agent orchestrator yet. We're trying to work to get those in. So I can't say what I would like right now, unfortunately, because we haven't fully implemented the product, so I don't know what's missing. And they have a lot of great features, these new job types that we've yet to even start implementing, because some of that's going to require some philosophical change on how we promote the code. So I can't give you a hard answer on it. I would just say stay on the roadmap. But my opinion from what I've seen is where like when we started with 11.3.6, Service Pack 0, the initial release, and now they're up to Service Pack 5, I've seen them address all my concerns regarding how do we manage the agents from a centralized location and all. So I think they're on the right track, but at this point I can't say, wow, they're missing this key feature, because they seem to have everything that I've been thinking about either in the pipeline. When we started the new product and we introduced it, we started getting some new alarm types, and the agent went offline because the architecture about how the scheduler monitors the agents, it knows when the agent on the workload server actually disappears and it reports it. I actually was talking to our service engineers and so forth, and I said, you have an alarm that goes off that says, hey, scheduler has lost contact with server X's agent, and it's logged in the log. When it recovers, it's logged in the log, but there's nothing from an alert perspective. So basically you have a system that alerts you when there's a problem, but doesn't alert you when it's resolved. And I said, we don't look at AutoSys, or in this case, workload automation, to be the correlation engine for what we escalate. But if you're going to put out an alarm that says the sky is falling, I've lost contact with an agent, and you log that in your log, I kind of said it would be nice if you put out the same type of information alert that shows that it cleared. Since the log of the application shows that, you're basically saying the sky is falling, and then when the sky is caught, you don't kind of alert us that it's all better. And it caused a little confusion since our knock is reaction-based. We see the alert, and then when it clears, they don't see that it cleared, so we have to do additional work. I've talked to CA about it, and they said, yeah, it's an interesting idea, we'll take it under advisement, because it's not a bug, it's more like an undocumented features, I would say. An 8, maybe even a 9, because I think that the product has so many moving parts and so many features that it's a plethora of great stuff. Whether it gets implemented for a specific vendor is really the vendor's needs. So I think it's a fabulous product that you can really fine-tune for what your specific business needs are. It's scalable, it can grow, you don't have to worry about rebuying 100 different things. And it's, to me, if you do it right, it's very easy to manage, which is great. My team that I work with, we've been working with this product for 8 years now, and we were talking about it, and somebody says, the great thing about this product is, when there's an issue, you don't have to worry about picking up all the pieces and figuring out what happened. The system kind of comes back online, makes the reports that you need. My opinion would be, I'd give it a 9. Based on my experience, make sure you ask a lot of questions and advocate for what your business needs are. And when you get your solution, investigate it. Don't just say, like when a CA, like any other vendor says, oh, this product can do X, Y, and Z. Don't take it on face value. Ask the right questions, because I find that in technology, especially what I experience, when people talk about what my needs are and what my product can do, sometimes they're using the same words with different meanings based on the perception of the user or the context of the conversation. So I'm thinking, be clear, especially if you're on the technical piece. If you're going to be supporting this, ask a lot of questions, because what I found is after the implementation of this product, it's kind of hard to go back and re-architect it and things like that. So just advocate for yourself, but it's a fine product. I advocate for it all the time to everybody because it does what it needs to do.